What's up guys, Eddie right here. Today we'll be doing a huge trade breakdown of this trade right here that I catch it today. As you guys can see here on my trading view, right? So I catching this trade on Euro USD. I would really hope you guys will be able to see it right here. This is a print screen that I took from the trade while it was running. And basically we will try to do today a huge trade breakdown of this trade, and I will try to explain to you guys all the process, all the thoughts that I had in my mind when I took this trade. So subscribe, drop your like, and let's get started. As you guys can see right here, I have the analysis right here. And yeah, I will try to explain to you guys all the trade that was possible to take on this day, and some of those trades are possible a stop loss trade, and I will try to show to you guys some trades that I almost took today. Yeah, I'm recording this on another day. That's why I have the replay feature turned on. I'm using right now just to show to you guys this analysis, and I'll try to show every single trade that was possible to take today also, right? So yeah, so let's start so you don't spend too much time just talking things that are not aggregating value itself. So for the first thing you guys also need to know is that I trade in a different way. I won't be here explaining everything for you guys, but just to start, first thing is clearly here I can see Asia session, and with this Asia session I can start to look after price or swept the bottom or swept the top. I will start to look for entries, right? And the first thing here, as you guys can see, it's clearly also, right, it is dive. Price has made this huge move to the downside, and with this move I can actually start to look for entries since price already swept to the bottom of Asia, right? So when we made this push to the downside, as you guys can see right here, at the peak price market this low, and I can start to look for entries. The first thing that my eyes just catch is clearly right here that we had a shift on market structure. Let me turn off actually the magnet mode so it can be more easy actually to me. So yeah, with this shift on market structure, I'm now able to do what? I'm now able to search for entries. And yeah, in this scenario right here, I think it's very obvious for you guys also that this is a very entry exactly right here. This entry will probably be a break-even trade because I will take it right here at some level and place my stop loss here. It's a big stop loss, 6 pips. It's a huge stop loss for everybody that trades smart money concepts. But it's still very, very, very possible to take a trade with this type of stop loss. And here we can see clearly that at some level here price gives us 1 to 2 risk reward, 1 to 28 actually, and then it starts to retrace very fast, and unfortunately this would be a break-even trade. This type of scenario is common, right? It's very common because probably what happened here actually, wait, I actually need to have magnet mode on. What actually happened here is, let me push my keyboard a little bit, yeah, is that price came back to swept the liquidity that was in this low and catch all the external range liquidity after this break on market structure. So we had this shift on market structure. That was the first thing that happened that catch our attention. So we start to look for entries, and then right, so we had this shift on market structure at the current price broke this high right here. Then price retraces, so we could actually take the entry, but it started to go up for some reason, break structure again, and then retraced and made a new low. The answer is simple. It just grabbed the liquidity that I said and those low, so now it started to go bullish. I wouldn't recommend to take the second entry if it wasn't clear for you at the beginning that actually price is creating a trap here. You shouldn't take the second entry. If you took the first one, you shouldn't take the second one, because if you in advantage of your experience saw that actual price is creating a trap, you wouldn't take this first trade. I can understand the trap, see a trap here, because the first thing I think that my eye catch is we retraced a lot and filled all the fair value gap. And when we don't feel fair value gap, when we don't feel it out at all, I tend to think that actually this is a trap. But in this scenario, we feel it all, like 100% feel it. So I wouldn't think like, okay, probably we are having right now a trap creation, a liquidity creation and trap, right? So yeah, for me, this is the first entry. It will be a clear break-even trade when price retraced here, and it will take me out of the trade, right? Then price start to go bullish. Here it's easy to see, and at this time I would actually expect the price to swap this high, to swap this high right here, and now give me a short opportunity. But that never happened. What actually happened is, for some reason, it retraced to very near from the 50% of the Asia, right? We have this orange line right here is marking the 50% of the Asia session, and it retraced till near to this level and respected probably this supply level. I wouldn't take the trade. I can see even a 23 year right here, but I wouldn't take this trade because for me, I just don't take the trade on the middle of the chart, when it's don't go above or below the 50%. I can't see anything that using the strategy, right? I can see all the confirmation right here. I can find even a supply level, but it should, for me to take this trade, the market should actually, set it high, and it never happened here. So I will just, stay waiting and see if price can do something later. In this scenario, it didn't. And we actually have right here also a shift. So we have clearly here a chalk, change of character. I was saying shift on market structure, but it is actually a chalk, right? So, and with this chalk, we would actually take the trade. But as I told you guys, for me, it's not a valid trade. And then we ended up sweeping the previous low of London. As you can see, we are on a long session, right? So this was the previous low, then price made a swept. So I could actually start to look for entries here at some level here when science price is going down, and we already swept really quick that was sitting below the previous London low. In this scenario, that's why I actually took the trade, right? In this scenario, I can't find anything here till this level right here. It's actually here we have just a normal dive. Price just start to fall very fast. But nothing that could, make me, okay, now I have a entry confirmation or a change of the trend confirmation. So let me try to find a beautiful trade and I can catch it. Look, I'm good, right? In good shape. Sorry guys, just to, break the ice a little bit. And here, if you guys are able to see, let me zoom in, just zoom in for you guys to see even better. Exactly right here, we have a change on market structure. Sorry, a change of character exactly right here. I know it's very tricky to understand, but here this is a fixed candle, and when we have, at least this is my rule when I'm trading, right? If I have a lot of candles making the same level, the first one is the one that I will take in consideration. The others I will just skip it. That doesn't matter for me. And in this scenario, to have a base for my bullish chalk, for my bearish chalk bullish chalk, because market is shifting from bearish to bullish, right? I need to have a green candle, and in this scenario, it's clearly a green candle. So that would be the second trade of the day for me, following the strategy I use. And here, when price retraced, you guys can see clearly here we have this huge bearish candle, right? But I will just let's consider just the week, and it's clear for me that okay, we have a beautiful trade right here. I didn't took this one. I just told you the only trade I took at the day was the first one, that the one that is right here, right? But I'm just showing to you guys all the possible trades that you could take if you had the knowledge I have, and I'm just trying to show to you guys so maybe you guys can learn from me for free while you watch here on YouTube, right? By the way, drop your like and subscribe if you like this video. If you like the lesson, just drop your like and subscribe. It's very important for me. And if you have any doubts, just drop in the comment section. I'll make sure I answer everything. So yeah, after this shot, this is the clear beautiful trade, and I catch a beautiful trade also today on gold. I will record this video and post it today also, so make sure you subscribe to the channel because I will post this video today. And here you guys can see we have a beautiful trade, 1 to 5, 1 to 10. At the peak it gave to us 1 to 8, but let's say 1 to 5. Risk reward, it's already good. And we also have this huge fair value gap zone exactly right here that can indicate to us, okay, maybe it's just better to, when price reach this level, it's just better to get out of the trade, because this level can make some influence on the price and make it drop very, very fast, right? So yeah, in this scenario right here, you guys are able to see right now, that would be the trade, and beautiful one. Then what actually happened is price start to move up. Here we have another entry trigger. We had a chalk also, but again, this we have the entry trigger, but doesn't mean that my trading plan, my trading strategy is aligned with this entry trigger pattern. I wouldn't take this trade. The same thing that happened here, you know, I have the chalk, I have the trigger, but I can't see the whole narrative to take the trade. I just have one piece of the narrative. I need a whole. It's like a checkbox, you know. You go, you put check. Okay, we have a huge zone, a beautiful zone, a beautiful point of interest. We have also a strong confirmation, a entry trigger. So I need to check all these boxes. And in this scenario, I can see just the entry trigger, so I can't take this trade, you know. Okay, then price retraced here. You guys can see clearly that when price retraced, it actually respected where this fair value gap. And this is a good sign, by the way. Even if you are not using this to take an entry, this is a good sign. Why? Because it showed to us that, okay, institutionals are actually respecting, doing what they usually do when we are in the market. In this scenario also, we actually have an entry trigger confirmation also. And this trade is a break-even trade. You guys can see right here. This is not a shift on markets, a chalk. This is actually a market structure shift, but one internal market structure shift. So, you know, because I will consider this, okay, we have structure here. We have this low, we have this high, we have this high and low, we have this low and high, you know, we just continue going up. But at the end of the day, what we actually have is this low and this high and all this internal range liquidity that price can grab to sponsor the next move, you know. And looking this way, especially here, we have this internal structure. Why this is internal structure? Because it's inside all this internal range, you know, this huge range right here. It's happening inside this move right here. It's happening inside when price start to retrace to grab all the internal range liquidity. And in this scenario, we can just, you know, pay attention to it, because when price retraced and tap this on, we have clearly here a trade at, let's say, in this low right here when price retraced. But that would be or a stop loss trade or a break-even trade, clearly, because when price moves till this level, I think everybody would place the trade on break-even already. But I think the stop loss, the take profit should be at least at this high right here, right? So when price, but the take profit should be at least on this high right here. So when price catch it, we can actually get out of the trade. So I think it will be a break-even trade. And then we have the trade that I showed to you guys. I will try to put the print screen again on the screen, the screenshot on the screen for you guys to see. Beautiful trade. I took this trade. I made like 9 grand, but it was like 1 to 3 risk reward trade. Very tiny risk reward trade. Because actually, what ended up happening is while price was retracing, I start to trail my stop. You know, I place my stop right here, and then I trail it to some level here, and then I think from here, price retraced and took me out, right? Yeah, exactly right here. Price retraced and took me out at 9 grand and something. But it was a beautiful trade also, as you can see here. We actually, what we did again, you know, why I took this trade? Because we set the previous London low, right? The previous London low right here was exactly right here. Then I took this trade using this London low strip as a confirmation. And then we swept this low also. So I could actually start to look for entries again, for buy entries, right? And this is a thing that I use and I teach to all my students, all my mentored students. By the way, link to my mentorship in the description. One-to-one mentorship and recorded lessons of the course. Of course, also, this is something I develop, you know, from my experience in the market. Because normally, smart money traders or spend demand traders, they are looking to take trades like this. Price retraced, so I'll take the trade here and solve this downtrend. But we often, you know, overlook that when price swept the low, at some level, it will need to retrace also. And that's how I start to get advantage of this knowledge, of this logical thing, right? It's just logical. If price break the low, it will retrace, right? And I start to take advantage of it and take some trade on this way also. That's why I took this trade right here, because we swept this low. And that's why I'm taking this one, because we swept this low right here. So I have a new London low. And here, since we swept this low, the previous London low now is this one, right? So it was this one, then we generated this one, and this one, when it got swept, we generated this one. By the time this one is generating, I start to getting on the trend, right? So here, after this other opportunity that I showed to you guys that wasn't, or break even to the stop loss, you guys decide by yourself. We swept the London low, and I think it's a 15-minute time frame structure also. And here, as you guys can see, we have a clear structure. But actually, if you guys look even closer, you guys will see that exactly right here, we made a break market structure also. And if you don't pay attention to this, you will miss this trade, because you will start to wait for the market to actually swap this high to give you an entry, but actually the high was already right here. So we break this structure here. I try to take this trade right here, as you guys can see. It's very simple, right? Since we made this is actually a shifter market structure, not a Baker structure. This is a shifter market structure, yeah. So I tried to take this trade right here, but unfortunately, as you guys can see, price never retraced to type on my entry. So that was the first trade I missed. Then price break structure, price start to create some internal range liquidity. And here, as you guys can see, we made this V-shaped recovery. Price just tapped it here, start to go up very fast, stop, retraced again. I said, okay, since I failed the first trade, the first opportunity here on this level gap, the second opportunity when price did this V-shaped recovery, because I wasn't trusting enough to take the trade, I can lose a third one exactly right here, because after the V-shaped recovery, price went up so fast, retraced, I took the trade, placed my stop loss below this low, and yeah, beautiful trade. Yes, amazing, as you guys can see. And that's all the opportunity that happened on this day on Euro USD. That was the day 23 of May. You can do your back test and try to take advantage of this knowledge. And I will try now to record about gold, the trade I took today on gold. That was a beautiful trade. What a trade, by the way. And I will try to show all the trades that was possible to take today also on Euro USD. Doesn't matter if it's stop loss, take profit, break even, I will show everything, right? So just drop your like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, the link in the description also. See you guys soon. Take care. Have a profitable trading week. Bye.